Hello everyone, and I am utterly overjoyed that you have enrolled in this art class. I can tell you this, it's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy this. It's going to be an antidote to many of those headaches that we're all experiencing with college and life in general. So welcome, Thank you for enrolling in this class, and let's get down to it. So by this time most of you should have received an envelope in the mail which I sent to everybody that has sent me their address. By the way, once again, welcome, and my name is Ian Charles Scott. And as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm not an American, I'm British, and I come from Scotland, so you can remember it easily, Scott from Scotland. And so I hope you can all understand my accent. If you've got any trouble, you can always text me. You'll understand the texts, but no, I'm joking. So, we've got this pieces of paper here. And if you haven't got them yet, let me know and I'll send it out again. And if they never arrive for you, I can always text them. These documents are on the blackboard, but a lot of people can't open that thing up. So I just decided that I'll send it by mail as well, so that we're completely covered. So if you can't open up the attachment on the blackboard for the syllabus and all that stuff, don't worry, it's coming to your mailbox at your house. So there's stuff there, I'll just go over it quickly. We have the description of the course, which is 2 paintings. The first one's going to be a self-portrait, and the second one's going to be something from your imagination. And you can read that at your leisure, but just follow my instructions every week and do whatever you can. I don't expect you to be, a genius, but just be yourself. That's the most important thing. We don't need a genius. We just need you to be you. And then there's the week's schedule here, week by week. There we are. And if sometimes we go over something a bit slower, because students need more clarification, we'll just make this loose. We won't be following this like iron. We'll just use this as a guideline and we'll get through all those things. So that's the schedule, the weekly schedule. And that will kind of more or less be what we do every week. Like I said, we have a lot of different students. We might have some people that are artistic geniuses, and we might have some people that are artistic beginners. So between those two, we have to work at a lot of different paces. Gentle paces and more intense paces, but each pace is perfect because it's about you. The person who is listening to this right now on Blackboard or YouTube, this class is about you being who you are, no one else. You don't have to act like someone else. If I know that you're just doing what you can do and you do it consistently week by week and you do your best, you will get a top grade. Okay? I mean, if you do nothing, you'll get what you get. But if you do something, and so then there's 2 pieces of paper that's got a description of the things. Let me just pick up some of them. And it also has this thing which tells you about where they are. So let me just talk about the things. First of all, we have got a series of items. Art class supplies. Now I got the stuff sent to me. I got the box from Blick, which is the art store that I recommend, and it has a Hostos art boxes. specially for you. They're absolutely perfect, and they contain almost everything that you need. Some things I omitted because I thought there's no point in you wasting extra money. So what will you have in here? So this is the box. This is one of the boxes you'll get. You'll get 2 boxes, including the tax, and if you have it shipped to your house, including the tax and the shipping, it'll just be over $50, which is incredibly cheap. It's about 1/3 of the cost that it would be if you bought this in a shop. So it's really, you know, a good bargain. And inside the box, I'm going to go through it one by one. At the bottom here, it's a nice beauty. Look at the size of that. This thing is called a paper pallet. Okay. And it's kind of slick paper. That's it. You can tear off the sheets. I leave the sheets on here because we can use this for 2 things. You can use it, it's designed for mixing paint. So once you get your tubes, you put them on there. That's yellow if you can see it. And you will mix together paint with the brush. Take another color. Yellow and green. Yellow and green could look obscene. Let's mix them together. There they are. It's not bad. So this is basically a palette which is used for mixing paint. So that's one of the first things you'll get in the box. And if you don't have any, let me see, on the back of the paper, one side of the paper is shiny. The back of the paper is more normal. And as we're going to do some drawings, if you want to use that back for drawing, you can use that, or you can use any cheap normal paper like printmaking paper from a computer. So you can't draw on the front of it, it's too slick. You know, it just doesn't take it. But on the back of those palette papers, it can be used as a sketchbook. So they're kind of like dual purpose. Now that's if you've no paper. I mean, that's just me suggesting a way of getting double use out of the palette. It's basically designed for mixing paint, but if you've got no paper and you want to draw on the back, you can just use the back piece. But make sure you use the back. The front you can't draw on, it's too slick. Okay, so that's the palette. Probably easier just to use printmaking paper from your computer if you have that, or any cheap paper, but that's a suggestion you can get from the palette. So there's a blister pack of Hog Hair brushes. These come in the Hostos art box. These are really fantastic brushes, and you can see them there. They've got these heads made out of hog hair, and there's a lot of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 12. And there's all different sizes from small ones to pretty big ones, and that should give you enough brushes to do all the exercises from this semester. And that's a good set. That's, you know, professional artists would use that set. So it's a brilliant set. Use it. Small synthetic pointed brush. Now you'll get this stuff in with the box whatever they call it. Here it is. This is a nice one that comes with the special Hostos art box, and that is a fantastic little brush, beautifully made. Look at that. And the point of this brush is that, oh, there we are. The point of this brush is that it has a point. It comes to a nice sharp point, so you can actually do details, you know. What you can see here is I'm doing this painting of the guy who the college is named after, Hostos. So I'm going to do some more work on his eyes later. and I'll go in with the small pointed brush for details, or if I'm doing eyelashes, I've done them in acrylic paint here fairly quickly, and then I'm going to tighten them up and make more precise things on it, maybe his beard, give it a bit more quiffs, and so this is what that brush is used for, detail brush. So you'll get one of those in your, there we are, you'll get one of these in your Hostos art box. A really great brush. Beautiful. And 2 canvases. Now the canvases, they come in another box. So you get these 2 boxes for, well, if you go to the store, it's like $45 for that. They'll add tax to it. So if you have it shipped, it's an extra $5. So with that box, that larger box, come these 2 canvases. I'm telling you, this is the bargain of the century. I mean, if you're going to get this art box, they did this specially just for my class, and they've made it such an excellent box for professional artists that you won't get this anywhere else. I'm amazed that they can manage this. So you get the smaller canvas. This one is 18 inches by 24 inch. And that's the one you use first in the classes. That's for your self-portrait. And then you get this larger one, which is 24 inches by 30 inches. And that's for your big imaginative painting that you do later in the semester. So you get these 2 really good real artists' canvases, as well as all this other stuff. What is the other stuff? 12 tubes of professional acrylic paint. And these aren't small tubes, these are good sized big tubes, and I've chosen all the colors for you. Look at the size of that red. I mean, that's ginormous. Anyway, you might not need all that red, but you've got ivory black. What's that one called? Burnt sienna, burnt umber, yellow, green, white, blue. Top class, plenty of paint. You need that. Extra things that you need to get are containers for water, and these are just things, tubs from I can't remember, cottage cheese or something like that, but you can use these tubs or any cups. I also have a coffee cup here that's used, and it is going to just, oops, I've lost some light. It's, just put water in it, and there we go. There we are. So that's another thing, and 2 of those. Now you're going to want to also cover your clothes when you're painting. It's difficult, I don't know how big your apartment or house is. If you've got room to paint, that's good. If you don't have room to paint, you have to take the stuff out and put it away, and then take it. Just use the boxes it comes in to store the stuff. And then take it out, use it, and then stack it all away again. If you get the canvases, you'll get these 2 pieces of card that you can use to cover a table or the surface, to protect it from the paint. Because if you're living with your parents or somebody who objects to mess, you're going to have to be careful, because this stuff, you have to clean it afterwards. It's art. So make sure you have something that you can put over your clothes. That you're going to protect your clothes. Here's a painting apron. Anything can be used, a shirt, anything, that's just going to stop paint going on your good clothes. But you're in the house probably doing this. You don't need to be like dressed up to go to college or anything like that. So, you could wear old clothes that you don't have to worry about. So just you know, if you haven't got anything that's old and you want to protect it, you need to wear something to protect yourself from it. So every week, you know, at the beginning, we're just going to do drawings, and you know, we'll use the paint. I'll tell you when we're going to use it. It'll be in a few weeks, and we'll get down to all of that stuff. However, you are going to make images every week, and what you're going to do is take your camera phone. You know, hopefully you have something that works that can take an image, either your computer or your camera phone, and just hold your drawing up to it, click it and text it or email it to me, and I can then critique it, and it will also serve as your attendance, so I'll know that you're here and responding to my information. Every week I'll make a video like this and I'll put it on Blackboard. You'll get a message telling you through CUNY first into the Hostos emails that it is up on Blackboard. Or you can just keep looking at Blackboard. The will also be on YouTube, so you can always look at these things again and again and again. And if you know, you can freeze me and look at things I'm talking about and try and understand it, so it's done very gently at your own pace. All you need to do is send me that image every week, and with your name, and I'll know that you're doing the class, and I'll be able to talk to you. And you can text me. Text I'll respond to quicker than emails. You can text me any time of the day. Obviously my phone is switched off at night, so I'm not going to be replying to you at 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's obvious, you know. But you can contact me anytime, and I'm always enjoying to talk about art. I had a lovely student phoning me and talking to me today, you know, in person, a phone call. So that's always enjoyable. I like to talk to people. And that's it. So those are the basics for the beginning. We won't do anything this week. We'll start with the drawing next week. So if you can get any old pencil or pen, doesn't matter, pencil's better, but whatever you can draw with, and any old paper. You don't need to buy a special sketchbook, you know, we're trying to save money. So any old paper, that will do the job. Just take that and send that and use that. So paper, computer paper, anything, you know, it doesn't matter. Use that, and back of an old envelope, whatever, you know. Sometimes artists did things on anything that was lying around, and you going around museums today and you will see that framed up on the wall, an actual thing just done on a piece of cardboard, and now it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, it just doesn't matter what you work on, it's what comes out of you. Okay, so that's it. Every week something will be on Blackboard. Every week you will text or email me your images of what you're doing or anything you want to ask me, and you'll get a response guaranteed. So that's it. So welcome to the art class. Professor Ian Charles Scott. If you want to Google my name, you'll get articles about me and my art, and you can see what kind of things I do. And you know, you can just enjoy yourself here. This is a time for your creativity and for you to look at how to be yourself and how to enjoy communicating and creating with your own energies. So without further ado, I welcome all of you, and we'll start properly drawing next week. But this is an introduction. Let me know that this has arrived, and if it has not arrived yet, I will resend it. But some of you maybe could send your address to me again so that I can make sure that the I've got everything, you know, that you put the apartment number and you put everything correctly there, because sometimes people miss out small details and the postman post woman, post person does not manage to deliver it. So let me know. Okay, that's it. So welcome to VPA 121, Spring 2022. All the best to you. Cheerio.